To understand why Foreman's opinion carries so much weight, let's look back at his own remarkable journey. George Foreman isn't just any retired champion, he's a man who made one of the most legendary comebacks in sports history. After a decade-long retirement, Foreman returned to boxing at age 45 and shocked the world by reclaiming the heavyweight title. In doing so, he became the oldest heavyweight champion in history. His return wasn't just a fight. It was a testament to grit, resilience, and the ability to adapt to the limitations that come with age. Foreman knows the difficulties of getting back into fighting shape after years away. He understands that age impacts reaction time, endurance, and recovery, no matter how powerful or skilled a fighter once was. And that's why his advice to Tyson isn't just empty talk, it's coming from a man who's lived it. Foreman's message to Tyson was clear. Do not underestimate Jake Paul's youth and strength. While Tyson is undoubtedly a fan favorite and known for his knockout power, Foreman believes that age is a serious factor in this matchup. Foreman points out that there's a massive 31-year age gap between Tyson and Paul. In a sport where every second counts, this difference could mean everything. Stamina, speed, and endurance often outweigh sheer power, especially in the later rounds.
Think when you heard that Mike Tyson was going to be getting in the ring with Jake?
I was thinking that Jake Paul was going to be in trouble because, Mike Tyson knows how to throw great body punches, great headshots. And, we just have to see if he's going to do them in the ring. I'm hoping that he'll do that. It's hard to box when you're that old, moving around the ring, throwing punches, getting punches thrown at you. But I think he can handle it.
In a sport where every second counts, this difference could mean everything. Stamina, speed, and endurance often outweigh sheer power, especially in the later rounds. Foreman is saying, don't let that power fool you. Jake Paul's youth could tip the scales. Foreman's concern goes beyond just the physical aspects of age. He knows that being in your 50s in a boxing ring is fundamentally different from being in your 20s or 30s. Jake Paul is not only younger, but also has a longer gas tank. He can push the pace, tire Tyson out, and potentially exploit the gaps that naturally come with age.
Age difference is big enough that the event is dangerous. I kind of wish that Mike had found some other way to do business rather than to fight somebody who's Jake's age and has a chance to get into the kind of shape that Jake might get into.
It's easy to dismiss Jake Paul as just a YouTuber turned boxer, but he's put in serious work to transition into the sport. In recent fights, Paul has demonstrated a solid right hand and surprising punching power, qualities that even Foreman has taken note of.
Mike Tyson being a very hard puncher, and I was like, if Jake is going to be kind of difficult for Jake to do anything, but you never know. I mean, if there's some kind of circumstantial thing where Mike Tyson's not training the way.
Think when you heard that Mike Tyson was going to be getting in the ring with Jake?
I was thinking that Jake Paul was going to be in trouble because, Mike Tyson knows how to throw great body punches, great headshots. And, we just have to see if he's going to do them in the ring. I'm hoping that he'll do that.
Foreman acknowledged that Paul's power isn't just hype. In fact, he admitted that a well-placed shot from Jake could put him to sleep. This isn't just some young upstart trying to make a name. Paul has shown he's capable of finishing fights, and he's not afraid of bigger opponents. Foreman's acknowledgement of Paul's potential power serves as a warning to Tyson. Stay cautious. Don't underestimate his punch.
Don't charge at me, Tyson.
In Foreman's eyes, Paul's confidence, youth, and knockout potential make him a real threat, despite his lack of experience. Of course, Mike Tyson's power is legendary. Known for his ferocious style, Tyson dominated the heavyweight division in his prime, ending fights with brutal knockouts that left fans in awe. Even in his 50s, Tyson's training videos reveal flashes of that same intensity and power. But Foreman knows better than anyone that being a legend doesn't exempt you from the realities of aging. While Tyson's power is something Paul has never encountered, Foreman's concern is that it might not be enough if Tyson can't maintain the pace. For Tyson, this fight is about more than just landing a few powerful shots. It's about proving that he still has that killer instinct that once made him the most feared man in the ring. But Foreman's advice hints that raw power alone may not be enough against a younger, fresher opponent. What we're looking at here is a classic boxing story, Experience versus youth. On one side, Tyson brings a wealth of knowledge, experience, and proven power. He's fought in the biggest arenas, taken on the toughest opponents, and built a legacy that's cemented in boxing history. But on the other side, Jake Paul brings youth, energy, and a willingness to push himself against the odds. Foreman's insight is key here because he understands that youth isn't something you can train for. It's a natural advantage that becomes more significant as fighters age. For all of Tyson's experience, he'll have to contend with an opponent who can absorb hits, recover quickly, and potentially wear him down. This fight isn't just a physical battle, it's a mental game, and Tyson will have to dig deep to keep up. While Foreman respects Paul's capabilities, he's still hopeful that Tyson will use his experience to his advantage. Foreman believes that if Tyson can avoid getting dragged into a war of stamina, he stands a strong chance of winning. According to Foreman, Tyson needs to leverage his legendary head movement, explosive combinations, and tactical aggression to control the pace of the fight. In Foreman's words, Tyson's best bet is to avoid a long, drawn-out battle and go for an early finish.